Hey, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Ruling on the Field. I am your guest co-host, John Marble, and with me, as always, is the, I can't remember what Justin says, the better-looking one, I guess, Josh Marble.
Pretty much, and thank you. You'll notice Justin ain't here. Let's just go down the list of excuses. His goat is bloated. I don't know. Wait.
I
think that was a real one time. His goat was about to explode.
Yeah, but that goat died.
Yeah. He was like, I'm going to try poking. No, yeah. I guess so. I guess not. But he would do something like whatever.
He's not at a Coldplay concert?
He's not at a Coldplay with a gluten burger. But anything that goes on out at the hippie commune farm that he lives on out north of Koontz.
Right.
I don't know. He can make a bunch of excuses. It don't matter.
Yeah.
He's not here. John's here. He's going to fill in for us and kind of run the show because that's kind of what Justin does is kind of lead things in and I just kind of follow up.
I think he kind of, I don't know.
Sometimes he steps on me, and I appreciate you not doing that.
Not a problem.
But
I've had more, experience.
Yeah. You'll see sponsors scrolling through on the desk below. And we do have show rules and a call-in line. If you do call in, we expect you to not talk negatively because we talk local sports. Don't talk negatively about amateur athletes or local coaching. Or we ask that you keep the
Oh, yeah. I got to Bluetooth my phone for call-in line.
Oh, yeah. We asked, we don't mind if you want to kind of have an opinion about coaching locally because they do get paid, but let's keep it to a minimum when you call in. And we would like you to call in if you'd like, and join in on the conversation. We used to have way more call-in people than we do now since we moved to the new facility here, but I think that'll pick back up.
And I'll be honest with you. So I I am on the show regularly as the one of the people behind the producer's booth, stats and information. But I kind of like it because this is kind of a more loose frame show where we can just kind of be ourselves and have fun and talk about sports and just I kind of like that. So
we keep it loosey goosey.
Yeah.
And somebody told me today, in fact, that in real life you're like quiet and reserved.
Yeah.
And you don't really talk. And then I watch your show, and you talk the whole time. I was like, well, it's a caricature of myself.
Right.
It's not really who I am. But then somebody also said, well, he's with his brother, so he is loose, and that makes sense too. But you see me out in the world, you're not going to get the same me as you're talking to right now. That's for sure.
Right.
But it is fun. It is loose. We like to have fun on the show. We like to talk some BS. We like to talk sports. Nothing serious. We don't like to take ourselves too seriously.
Right.
And I think that's one of our kind of trademarks of this show. Before we get started, we'd be remiss if we did not talk about some of the big losses that we've had in this community, and I'm going to let John expound on that.
Absolutely. So as you may know, we lost four really, really great people and still have one fighting in the hospital. Right now, we just want to give our thoughts and prayers, not only from Rolling on the Field, but all of Marble Entertainment / Satsuma Valley Studios out to the Smart and Crane and other Crane family. You're in our thoughts and prayers, and if you need anything, let us know. Don't forget, though, that tomorrow night at 7:30 in downtown Silsbee, in front of the theater, the Pines Theater, we will have a candlelight prayer vigil for this horrible tragedy. So if you're in town and you can participate, please come down to there. Starts at 7:30 and it should be over by about 8:30. So not very long time out there, but I'm sure they would all appreciate you coming out and honoring them. And
absolutely, thoughts and prayers, and people gathering together in remembrance, and
right,
and just talking amongst each other helps with healing. It really does, and I think that's important with such a tragedy.
Yeah.
But anyway, from a serious topic, and you know, like I said, we like to have fun. I hate to jump into our fun from a serious topic, but we, like I said, we wanted to make sure that we mentioned that top of show. But anyway, we like to start the show, and we started doing this last year, where we kind of talk a little BS before we get into sports.
Right.
Works out a little bit better because we used to do this at the very end of the show, and we found that people wouldn't wait around for it. They wanted to see the sports, but some of our funnier segments are the BS stuff.
Right.
And so we kind of moved it to the front. And if you bear with us this 10 minutes, you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
Okay. You know when they go to meet the Swiss banker, and Jordan Belfort wants to get like right into business.
Yeah.
And the banker's like, hey, wait a second. We like 10 minutes of like blah 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 before we get down to business.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of what the thought was behind this.
Yeah.
Let's do 10 minutes of blah 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 before we get down to the real business. You know what I'm saying? So part of that is we would like I had a little incident at Walmart. Yeah. And y'all are gonna like this. With who I thought was Tom Walters. So, and the what I got it labeled as is will the real Tom Walters please stand up? So we were, and y'all know Tom from the community. He's a State Farm agent here, and is always at the things. He was at a ribbon cutting and everything. So I'm walking through Walmart, kind of on a mission, like always. Hey, here's a short list. I always put them on index cards. We need this and this and this.
Right.
And so I got my index card and walked through Walmart. Here comes what I think is Tom Walters, or who I think is Tom Walters. And so I'm like, oh, there's Tom. I'm going down, and here I am turning into the tomato aisle.
Right.
And I was, oh, here's Tom. And I'm Forrest Gump waving at him. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Jenny.
and the guy just kind of walks by me and like gives me this look like, what? Who are you? And I'm like, oh, wait a second, that's not Tom.
That's not Tom.
But
he does have a striking resemblance to Tom Walters.
I would say Tom's a little less heavy. Is that the correct term?
I guess. Whatever. That's good.
A little lighter. But yeah, it's a guy who works at Walmart. And I, at the risk of outing him, John, should I do this?
What?
Should I out this dude? Like, obviously everybody knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. So it's a loss prevention guy from Walmart. No, he's a loss prevention guy because, for one thing, I've seen him going in that little office at the front.
Yeah.
In street clothes, and by street clothes, hey, listen to this, okay? This is just the other day. How hot is it outside in Silsbee, Texas right now?
It's hot.
Approaching 100 degrees. Okay, so this guy's walking around Walmart in jeans, a T-shirt with an undershirt under the T-shirt, and a beanie. Oh. So.
Speaking of stepping on you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller. You're on. Go ahead.
Hi there.
Hey.
I'm old Greg.
What you doing in these waters?
I'm here to help with the Tom Walters mix-up.
Okay.
How can you help?
You need to take care of it like I took care of Curly Jefferson. There can only be one Tom.
There can only be one Tom. It's like Highlander.
So are we referencing like a Tom Walters street fight?
With swords?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
It's a great idea. You should do that.
Will the Funk be
Tom Walters has all things good.
Tom Walters does have all things good in insurance.
He has bottles of water with his face on it. so good.
Hey, old Greg, are you going to bring the funk with you?
No, I have the funk. The funk is mine. Tom Walters can't have the funk.
Oh.
He
Okay.
might
The
think
funk belongs to old Greg.
the funk is a living creature.
It is a living creature.
It's a living creature. It's a funky ball of teeth from outer space.
That's right. It landed on Bootsy Collins' house, right? Correct?
Yeah. George Clinton said he was done with that shit.
All right.
You two fix your Tom Walters mix up. Bye.
Bye. Bye, old Greg.
Bye, old Greg.
All right. Yeah, we will fix the Tom Walters mix up, but we won't do it in a Highlander fashion where there can be only one. Because there is only one. The other guy is not Tom Walters. I just waved at him. I just waved at him like he was Tom Walters. Like
Did you
Forrest
ever
Gump.
see that thing? It was a couple of years back, and it was funny because it was about Joshes, and so this guy put out on Facebook that he wanted all the Joshes to show up at one location, and like it ended up being, I can't remember how many, but thousands of Joshes.
Yeah, I think.
And they were all gonna just settle who could be named Josh, and it ended up being like this big festival thing where everybody was having fun and chilling, and it was super cool. But
they were just joshing.
They were just joshing.
But yeah, so here's the thing. I mean, maybe I'm not calling out the local Walmart. Maybe they should step up their loss prevention game. if I can walk in and immediately peg the loss prevention guy. It may be time to change some things up. I ain't trying to get the guy fired.
Probably.
But maybe just change some clothes where you look like you maybe fit in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's 98 degrees.
Nobody's
outside.
wearing jeans.
No, there ain't nobody wearing a hoodie and a beanie in Southeast Texas right now.
No. Well, except for maybe people who never mind.
I'll say this: when it's late at night after I take my shower and it's super cold in the house, I may throw a sweatshirt on and just to lounge around in. That's different though. I'm inside the house. I don't plan on going back outside.
Right.
But I ain't one of these cats that wears a hoodie in 95-degree weather.
No.
I know that there's some kids that like to do that. I don't understand that.
Me neither.
How do they not die?
Yeah.
But anyway, so hey Walmart, hey, loss prevention. Everybody knows who he is, so step it up a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. What about Sydney Sweeney?
She's got good genes.
Got good genes.
Sydney Sweeney got good genes. I don't know if y'all saw. It's been kind of a very controversial topic. I don't know why. A major brand,
right,
clothing brand, found a pretty girl and said, "Where are jeans?" and be in a commercial. And that's what she did. And how is it? And this is not a road I want to go down.
Right.
But just as a rhetorical question, how is it racist? How is it sexist?
I didn't know anything about this.
You didn't know anything about this?
No.
It's been the last couple of days. It's been kind of all over.
Because and here's the road you don't want to go down in a nutshell. It's because woke people have too much time on their hands.
And that's right. And I also seen kind of the opposite where it's okay for good-looking women to be in commercials and ads for well-known companies now. America is healing.
Man, it just popped in my head. I can't remember what movie it is. The whole "get a job, you smelly hippie."
Yeah, but anyway, look, there's a, and I had somebody explain this to me. Hey, explain to me the train of thought that leads to this being racist or this being sexist. And I understood the sexist thing more than I understood the racist.
Right.
But hey, to each his own. I understand where you're coming from. Understand where I'm coming from. There's a blonde hair, blue eyed chick wearing some jeans, peeling out a Mustang. That that appeals to my American man heart.
Yeah,
it really does. And I already wear American Eagle jeans, but I'm thinking about going and buying more.
Just because of this?
Just because of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been an American Eagle guy.
Hey, what's up, Luis?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with the world that every time something like this occurs that they have to pick it apart like that? But like I said, you know, we know what it is. We know what it is,
Yeah.
and everybody who has a problem with it knows what it is.
Right.
And look, and you know, I even had somebody tell me, I'm not gonna say who, but they, why does she need to do this? She's made plenty of money. She's making plenty of money. Well, because she is not always going to have those looks.
Because
and she can bank this right now. Why not use it?
Here's the other thing. Wealthy people are only wealthy for two reasons. Number one, they don't give their money away. Number two, they never stop making it.
Exactly. And so you got to, and in her case, and in cases where, you know, your income is based off of a certain thing, i.e. how you look or how you present yourself,
right?
Then maybe it is a smart idea to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
In her case, and I think, you know, that's fine. I don't understand why people have a problem with it. But anyway,
yeah.
That was kind of a big thing, and we wanted to touch on it. Number 3 on my BS topic outline is, if you're new to the area, and I want you to listen to me very carefully. If you're new to the area, and you would like some guidance, John is DTF. And if you don't know what that means, it means
it's not what you think.
It's not what it just means that he's downtown familiar. We could throw that picture up. This come from a meme that I saw. It was and you know, who knows if this is real or whatever, but it says Facebook Gold right here, looking for anyone who is DTF, new to this area. God bless. And it says, do you know what DTF means? And the person says downtown familiar. And the first person I thought about was John. I was like, well, John's downtown familiar. He could help you out anytime you need.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
just hit my DM.
He could tell you about the Save the Pines and Halloween Bash.
Yeah.
Tiger Pride.
All the downtown businesses.
All the downtown business. All the downtown stuff.
The library.
He is DTF 100%.
Absolutely.
I thought that was funny. I had to include it. I did not put that. I was like, John, can I put this out on my promo that you're DTF and we can explain later? And he was like, no.
No.
And I was like, what? Look, look, what if I put in parentheses, not what you think? He was like, it's your content, whatever you want to do. But I could tell that he did not want me to do that.
That was the exact text message.
That was a text message. Yeah. But anyway, last little BS topic is next week we're going to have a contest where you can win a slot in the Rolling on the Field OG Fantasy Football League. We got one slot open for our contest winner. We're going to wait till Justin gets back to do this because we've got an idea. You need to kind of bone up on your movie quotes and references because that's where we're going to go with our contest. And if you know anything about us, we're going to make it hard.
Yeah.
We're going to make it hard. But you'll win a slot in the Rolling on the Field Fantasy League, which would be a $25 value because you have to pay $25 to get in the league. But you also would have the chance, if you win the league, to win the prize at the end of the league.
There you go.
So there you go. You get a free entry in the league, and you also have a chance to and we're going to have a live in-person draft here at Satsuma Valley Studios.
Right. Should
be fun. Refreshments, drinks. Justin's going to set that up for us because I've never done an in-person draft. And I've been asking him, I'm like, hey, you're going to have to set this up. It's going to be toward the end of August. We'll let you know ahead of time, and so everybody can plan. Everybody can plan to be here. It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun. Plenty of seating out here. If you haven't been to the new Satsuma Valley Studios, plenty of seating out here in the lobby.
Come stop by.
Come stop by and just visit with us. It's a really neat place. I have really enjoyed it since we've been here.
We got coffee and water and sodas and all kinds of stuff. Come have you a drink. Stop by and chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Really fun here. Anyway, so you have opportunity to do that next week. We will probably put something out as a reminder ahead of time. So everybody will kind of be paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Because we want to get a winner who is interested. Daryl Ferguson.
Is he ready?
Daryl is already
Look.
Daryl is already signed back up for the league, but that doesn't mean he can't win a free entry.
Daryl, I need you to understand something. You know, you were excited last year, and the reason is because I wasn't in the league last year. So you better get ready, sir. Just letting you know.
It's not going to be a hindrance to your team. I promise you. John being in the fantasy league is not going to be a hindrance to your team.
What'd he say? Oh, Lewis, what's up, man? How are you? He said, I am ready. All in love, brother. I really am not that good. But I've had some upsets. I have had some upsets.
So, moving out of BS, let's move to some local topics. We don't have a whole lot. We saw that Coach Smith, Randy Smith, Sylvie Tigers had put out a press release via the Sylvie Tiger Athletic page,
right,
about the Texas Way, quote unquote.
Can you pull that up?
Which is basically an initiative for sportsmanship, seems like, to kind of curtail bad sportsmanship. And we're going to talk about that, Daryl. Kind of curtail bad sportsmanship and people getting kicked out of ball games and stuff. So it's a sportsmanship initiative,
right?
And it's called the Texas Way. And you feel free to go to their page and read it. It's kind of lengthy, but that's the gist of it,
right?
And you know, it's probably a good thing. Sports can get you to a point, and I know this because I have, you know, in my sporting career, you can lose track of your emotions in sports.
You can,
and very easily. And it's easier in some sports than others. And it's important to remember you always have to be a good sport. You always have to show sportsmanship, win or lose. In any instance where you're playing where you're in a competition with somebody else, remember that there are people too. You may have a rivalry with someone. That doesn't mean it can't be a cordial one or something that you can show a little respect in. And I think that's what that initiative is about. And like I said, y'all feel free to read it. We just saw that and we thought we would include it.
Absolutely. And just a quick surprise to you. So Justin has not completely abandoned the show. So he actually got to go out and meet some of the coaches and some of the staff because, as you know, his son Tucker, who's on the Debatables, he's playing football. Mm-hmm. And so apparently there were some conversations had and stuff like that. And hopefully this year we might be able to get some of the boys back on the show with Coach and maybe have some discussions.
Absolutely. And we interviewed some of the boys last year earlier before the season. Was it? It may have been in season. Maybe it was right. It was in season.
Early in season.
But anyway, it was really fun, and we didn't ask them any serious questions. We just asked them kind of fun questions. They got a kick out of it. We got a kick out of it. I think the people that were watching the show got a kick out of it. It was really fun. So, look forward to maybe kind of working with them and seeing what we can do to have some of them guys back up. Yeah. And now that we're in this new studio and everything, it would be so much easier.
Right. Speaking of those guys, so camp has started back up.
Yeah,
it's time.
Fall camps are starting up. All over the place. So they're getting in their workouts. We're seeing who come in shape. It's just like every level. When camp starts from high school to the NFL.
Right.
You're going to see who comes in shape.
Yeah.
You're going to see who you're going to get in shape. And you're going to see who you're going to have surprises and people that come in and have made the next step or maybe hit a growth spurt. Maybe not so much in NFL, but you're in high school for sure. Maybe somebody who's ready to step up to the next level. So camp's always exciting.
Absolutely.
College camps kicked off. Also, from top to bottom. And when camp starts, what does that mean? Football's right around the corner.
That's right.
And this is our favorite time of year. It's
almost Saturday, boys.
It's almost Saturday, and you've got. I sent something to my daughter today. Who will be very excited this year for certain reasons about getting to watch some college football. And as 6 Saturdays from now,
6 Saturdays,
you've got football, you've got college football. And that's going to be fun. It's always an exciting time of year. It's always an exciting time of year when Sylvie Tigers start up.
I'm just excited because of the new job, and I have weekends off that I might be able to actually sit down and watch some.
Yep. My Saturdays always kind of revolve around when is the game that I want to watch, or when are the games when I want to watch. Normally, it's not big noon kickoff with the Big Ten. To be honest with you guys, I'm just not a Big Ten guy. Now, every now and then there'll be a game that's pretty interesting. But I saw college football.
I'll tell you this. If you want some great noon games, just go check out Mizzou's football schedule. They're
playing a lot. They're playing a lot of 11 a.m. kicks.
Yeah.
In Baton Rouge, we call that bourbon in your Cheerios.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, and hey, that makes sense. But look, Big Noon Kick. College Football Troll, which is a page I follow, put out. Would you rather watch College Game Day or Big Noon Kick? Is that even a question?
College Game Day any day of the week.
I mean, is that even a question? That's silly. But not that we don't like the Big Ten. Obviously they've always got a couple teams in the hunt.
Yeah.
But stop trying to claim Joe Burrow, Ohio State. Stop trying to claim him.
Yeah, he wasn't yours. He didn't win a national championship with you.
He did 2 years at LSU and won a national title.
Y'all calm down over there.
Now, the only thing that I will say that he was a grad transfer, so hey, whatever.
He was.
I mean, whatever. He used y'all for whatever degree he had. Good for y'all. Urban Meyer said he would never amount to anything. Now, what's so funny about that is Urban Meyer was there when he come in, and at Ohio State, he was like, he'll never be an NFL quarterback. He'll never be a prospect. He'll never be a starting college quarterback or whatever. And then when he was hitting his stride, Urban Meyer was like, I always knew that guy was going to be good. Yeah. Urban Meyer is such a joke, man. But y'all know that. That's another reason I want.
Do you want to, before we get into the national, do you want to, Correa, back to the show.
Correa, I saw right before I left work come across that the Twins traded Correa back to the Astros. I do not know what the deal was, but Correa coming back and being an Astro again is a big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Very big deal.
Especially with kind of an aging lineup.
Right.
Altuve's not a spring chicken. Correa's not. But they're making some moves to get maybe some people in there. Their window's closing.
Right.
With some current players.
Yeah.
And I think adding Correa back is probably going to be a good thing.
We'll just have to see.
I hate that they let him go.
Yeah.
But at that point when they did, it was a money move. They had to. They just couldn't afford them, and that's where a lot of that goes.
Okay, speaking of money moves, I want to get into this, okay, because the actual quote from Angel Reese talking about how great of a math person.
Well, we've got a picture of it. If you want to so Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Angel Reese math. Angel Reese math. Okay, so she may have been like me, and hey, look, I'm not hating. I was in remedial math in college too.
Look,
okay, and Yeah, they do have a lot of players in the
Yeah.
on injury list or injury reserve. So Angel says, y'all make $1,400.
I can't even say
Y'all
it
make
with a straight face.
$1,400 a week. I make $1,400 in 7 days.
I like that.
I'm conflicted with Angel because she went to LSU, and that's my favorite place ever. And Kim Mulkey must have done just a jam-up job of keeping her quiet when she was at LSU. And that's the only thing I can think, because I don't ever remember anything like this happening there. But it's still funny. And look, Angel has an inflated view of herself.
Okay, time out. Are we sure she didn't mean I make $1,400 in a day?
You see the quote. It's
there. It's there. I know.
It's
but
quote, end quote.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm
gonna do some math.
Those it can be expensive to get your hair done and get those eyelashes applied.
Absolutely.
And, at least $1,400 a week, I would think. But look, somebody put out today too, and I think it was Candace Parker that said, look, am I taking Angel over this list of ball players? No. Does that mean I'm hating on Angel? No. Does that does that mean she's not any good? No. She's obviously in the league because she's got some talent.
Right.
I think that she thinks that she has more talent than she does, but that doesn't mean that she can't improve. And yeah, she's got some haters because she is very outspoken.
She is. More so now than when she was in college.
Well, I think,
the back end,
like I said,
college.
Kim Mulkey is a very strong personality, and she's not going to let you step out if she thinks it's going to harm the team. And in this case, if Angel would have been talking like this at LSU, people would have started questioning what a LSU degree is worth.
Right.
So she was protecting, I think. Kim Mulkey is a very outspoken person herself. So she kind of knows what comes with that and what dangers come with that and what you should and shouldn't say. And she protected her. She wasn't just protecting LSU, she was protecting her.
Yeah.
Look, I want to see you go to the league. I don't want you to hurt your chances of being a star in the league. And look, I mean, she's still a star in the league, no matter how many mebounds she gets, because she can't make a shot.
Right.
But, hey, I don't judge. Get out there and do better. Maybe next year she comes back and she, leads the league in scoring. I highly doubt it, but she there's definitely a role for her in that setting.
Absolutely.
And people realize that. I think maybe she gets a little bit too much hate, but she also kind of brings it on herself. So,
right.
We got football.
We got football.
Yeah. Mike Sanchez reminded us we got football tonight, boys.
Yeah.
Into first, Chargers 14, Lions 0. We got football back. NFL football. It's right here, guys. It's right here. It's our favorite time of year. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah.
But
so, okay, if this is true, if this next topic is true, then I am no longer a Luka fan. Because how dare him ditch Little Debbie?
Well, he obviously made a transformation in his body. If you've seen the post, he come to the Lakers from the Mavs a little fluffy. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. He was a little fluffy. I don't think it affected his play.
No.
Maybe affected kind of him getting injured a little bit. I don't know. You got some extra weight on you. You got some extra pounds. Injuries may come with that.
Right.
Just kind of. But you're a high level athlete. it didn't slow him down much.
Right.
But now, you're seeing these pictures of his body transformation. Look, my question was, is this a mandate by the Lakers? They did. I believe that there was a report that they did tell him, hey, buddy, it's time to catch your snap and kind of lay off the oatmeal cream pies. And look, I'm sitting here talking about this. I'm not a high-level athlete or whatever. I mean, I don't care. I'm just telling you we're talking about sports, and we're a sports show, and Luka's looking way different than he did just a little while ago.
Yeah.
And it's because he's hit it hard. I don't know if that, like I said, I don't know if that was like a forced thing or if he was like, everybody's talking about me being fat, so after the season I'm gonna show him.
Look, I'm gonna say this man is a wealthy basketball player who is very athletic and stuff. Meanwhile, I sit on the couch in here and eat Velveeta cheese nachos from Little Mexico.
And, Cheetos.
Yeah, and Cheetos and oatmeal cream pies.
There's no beanbag in here, though, so he's not naked eating a beanbag.
And Christmas tree cakes when they come out, which, if y'all catch those, let me know. I don't know when they come out. So, usually
I ate all the different shapes of Reese's, whether it be pumpkin, heart, tree.
Real quick, I know this is off topic, but have you tried the peanut butter and jelly Reese's?
No, I have not.
They are actually really good.
Are they? Why don't you try
Well, at least the grape one. I haven't had the strawberry one yet.
We eat strawberry preserves on our peanut butter and jelly sandwich at our house.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'll eat it with grape jelly too.
Do you ever put a little bit of banana on there?
No, I do not.
Oh, I love it.
But
yeah, strawberry preserves. I mean, it's bound to be good. Reese's, like these candy companies aren't going to put out something that's just straight trash.
I wouldn't think so. No. I mean, there's so many quality control measures that they have and they have to go through or whatever. But I'm gonna have to try those.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. Well, and we hope Luka stays fit and stays healthy. I hope he's doing it for him, and not because the Lakers said, "Hey, fat boy, you."
Fuck boy.
Yeah. Hey, fat boy, you need to trim up. You're in LA now.
Yeah.
And I just brought up a good point by saying that he is in LA. Maybe he's, hey, I'm in LA. I'm gonna go to these parties.
And Luka, I know because I know Luka, you're a big fan of the show. I know you watch all the time.
That's right.
If it's because of a woman, just remember, they will leave you, but Cheetos will not. Okay, Cheetos will be there forever.
Boston cream pies will not.
Yes.
Will never.
They will never leave you.
I'll never let you down. Okay, we're gonna pour some out here.
Yeah.
And first off, we got a couple pour some outs.
Yeah.
Pour some out for one Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
If you were like me and grew up watching WWF early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, he was one of the dudes.
Yeah.
Him, Macho Man.
I mean, he wasn't one of the. He was the dude.
He was the dude. Dadgummit. Him, Macho Man. Who's the woo guy?
Oh, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Those were the dudes
Dusty
back
Rhodes.
then. Dusty Rhodes. Yeah. Golly, when we're doing a top five, that's top five early 90s wrestlers, and I left Dusty Rhodes out, and now I'm going to have to change my whole list.
I put him on mine.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes.
Well, and give credit. So he was more into the 80s.
Yeah,
but his last little stint there was in the early 90s.
It was. But anyway, yeah, Hulk Hogan was a big part of our life, and he made a long career for himself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He kind of reinvented. He went heel. Right, John?
Yeah. So
in WCW with the NWO.
I think the two biggest moments of Hulk Hogan's career is obviously him and Andre the Giant when he slams Andre. And then
is he not the one that slammed Yokozuna also?
Yes, I believe he did.
I know
it was either him. No, it was Lex Luger. That was
no. It was Hulk Hogan slammed Yokozuna on the USS whatever. It was a military ship.
I'll have to look that up because I think that was Lex. It might have been Hulk Hogan though.
It was Hulk Hogan. I know it was.
But and then of course the other one you just mentioned was at it was at a WCW pay-per-view, Bash at the Beach, where he turned heel and joined the NWO. Why do I know this stuff?
Because you're a nerd.
Go outside, nerd.
You're a wrestling nerd. Booger eater.
With
booger eater stuff.
With
about
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash,
yeah.
the Outsiders from
Scott Hall, pour some out.
Pour some out for him as well.
But anyway, you'll like our top 5 too because we're going to do top 5 early 90s. But yeah, Hulk Hogan passed. And I'm not trying to make little of his passing. Obviously, we want his family to be at peace or whatever. But to me, I'm just going to tell you what would have been cool for me. Mm-hmm. If they would have taken the boat from Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah.
And put him on that boat and floated them out there and then shot the arrows and put them on fire.
Yeah. Like the old Viking
funerals. Like the Viking funerals.
Yeah.
But hey, that was a fictional boat. I don't know if it was real. It wasn't. It was before CGI stuff. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the early mid '90s, he had a TV show called Thunder in Paradise, and where he basically drove a boat. And I don't even really know what he's doing on that boat. Was he solving crimes or something? I guess
I never really watched it,
but I don't even know if his character was Hulk Hogan, but he looked like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Thunder in Paradise. Look it up. He had a boat. It was pretty cool. They should have put him on that boat and did a Viking funeral. That would have been cool. But
that would have been cool.
And
then
Ryan Sandberg. John, Ryan Sandberg's probably a little bit.
He's before my time.
Obscure for you, but
yeah.
Ryan Sandberg, second baseman started out as a third baseman for the Cubs. Went to second base. By the time I started watching Ryan Sandberg, he was a second baseman. Coached in the league, of course. I think. I want to say up to a couple years ago. I think he was coaching for the Phillies at one point. Ryan Sandberg, when we were coming up, you couldn't turn on ESPN and watch baseball like you could now.
Right.
But you could always watch WGN out of Chicago.
Yeah.
On satellite. And they had every Cubs game that existed. I mean, if those Cubs were playing, they had it on.
I went blank. What's his name? He was the announcer for the Cubs.
Harry Carey.
And
was still them. And so we watched a lot of Ryan Sandberg and Mark Grace was the first baseman for the Cubs.
What years was that? Because I remember watching a little bit of it when y'all were older, and like Sammy Sosa and people like that. But
Greg Maddux when he was with the Cubs, 91 through probably 94 or something like that.
Yeah, I was like 3.
Yeah. So we were really young, but we enjoyed watching baseball even at that point, and we watched those WGN games. And that was baseball for us. You almost didn't know that any team but the Cubs existed nationally, and plus whoever they played. And then back then they were in the NL Central with the Astros.
Right.
So every now and then you get to watch them play the Astros. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Pour some out for Ryan Sandberg, one of my favorite second basemen.
This next topic, sometimes I don't want, and I'm going to go ahead and say this to the Writers Guild. Y'all are stupid.
It's not the Writers.
Or not the Guild. The
Baseball Writers Association of America.
Y'all are stupid. You're just dumb. It's
the worst organization.
I actually wrote, and forgive my speech, I wrote dumbasses on the page next to it.
Yeah.
So get into it. Tell us.
So you had several going in. We are going to be excited about one of them. You should be excited about all of them, but one of them you're going to be super excited about because I was. So you got Ichiro Suzuki going in.
Right.
Billy Wagner.
Houston
Astro. CC Sabathia, Dave Parker, and Dick Allen, who were a little bit before my time. I had heard of Dave Parker.
Yeah.
But we didn't really get to watch them play. Now, of these other ones, Ichiro was one vote shy of being unanimous, and that is a travesty.
Yeah.
They do this all the time, where you just don't get – and he mentioned it in his speech, in fact, that this person is not invited to dinner at my house. Now, Ichiro still speaks pretty broken English.
Right.
But you can tell he's got a lot of personality. And it was a good speech to listen to. He should have been unanimous.
Yeah.
I mean, he come into the Major League Baseball at I think somebody said 27 years old. So he was playing in Japan. So he come in as a rookie into Major League Baseball at 27. Still has 3,000 hits.
Right.
In Major League Baseball. I mean, that's amazing. Was a good player for a lot of years. I don't think anybody doubted that he was going to make the Hall of Fame. I don't understand why you don't get that. But historically, the baseball writers do this kind of crap.
Right.
And it should be given over to somebody else at this point. It's a terrible organization.
100%.
I'm not saying everybody in it is terrible, but why are we doing this anymore? Give that vote to somebody else, and that takes it seriously. But Billy Wagner, who all of us grew up watching on the Astros, did he not deserve it? Now, he was never going to be one that was unanimous vote, but he did reach the 75%. I think is what you have to get to be inducted. And I don't know what ballot this is. You only get so many ballots that you can be on. This might have been his final one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he got in, and congrats to Billy Wagner. I think that he deserved it 100% of the time. CC Sabathia, who looks funny when he's not fat. He just does. If you watch his speech, and he obviously deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's a good pitcher for the Yankees for years. I think he also played for the Indians, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the Indians first and later the Yankees, I think, is who he played for, those two teams. But and not that he was ever fat, but if you remember when he was pitching, he had a little bit more girth to him than he does now. You see him up there, and to his credit, maybe he made a life change, or maybe he liked that weight when he was pitching, give him a little bit more power or whatever. But now he doesn't even, like, somebody had to tell me that was CC Sabathia. In my mind, he's still,
Oh. So he played for the Cleveland Indians, Milwaukee Brewers, and New York Yankees.
Okay, I forgot about the Brewers. Yeah, I do remember him in Cleveland.
So he started with the Indians from 2001 to 2008.
Yeah,
and he was only with the Brewers for 1 year.
Right.
So,
they probably picked him up in a trade and kept him for the.
After 2009, he was with the Yankees until he retired.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he does look funny when he's not chunky. So, but hey,
yeah,
good for him.
Good for him. All right.
So, before we I want to go into this Dave Aranda stuff. But
yes. Okay.
And I want to play that video, but we've just lost Paul, but he'll be right back. So,
yeah.
What I'll go ahead and give you the kind of the lead into it. So, Dave Aranda coached for Baylor football. Used to be a defensive coordinator for LSU. Used to be defensive coordinator for Wisconsin.
Right.
Very good defensive mind coach. Very, I guess you would say, focused. We were talking about personality earlier. If you had to pick somebody with maybe not a very good personality, it might be Dave Aranda. But
yeah,
it seems like somebody almost said, "Hey, Dave, in these press conferences, you need to show a little bit more personality and stuff, And so I think that maybe where this kind of came from.
What's his name? Okay, so every time I see Dave Aranda, I think he's a big LSU fan. I think did he coach for LSU? He's like a senator or a representative now in Louisiana. What is his name? I'm gonna look it up. But anyways, to me, they look kind of simpler.
Similar?
What did I say?
You said simpler.
Simpler. They look more simpler.
They look simple.
You know who I'm going to.
No, I don't know who you're talking about, but you should have had that ready since I put.
I know.
I put Dave Aranda on the outline, and if you had,
you did not.
Yes. Oh, I did not. You're right. But I had Dave Aranda ready. But anyway, we do have a video of Dave at a press conference, and he says something funny about some
scene in the Wolf of Wall Street.
Some little people. We're not going to say the word he uses because we might get kicked off.
James Carville.
James Carville. He doesn't look like.
I think he kind of looks like him, but
anyway. Okay,
go ahead.
So we go ahead and play the
he doesn't roll.
The thing from Dave Aranda.
There's a scene in the Wolf of Wall Street when they're talking about throwing midgets, and it's like, hey, this midget.
Do we not have audio?
Can he roll there? And you go, no, he doesn't roll. You throw him. You know what I mean? And they're made for throwing. And then after a while, they start talking, and they go, well, you know what? I think if you start talking, if you start, they may think they know we're making fun of them. The midgets may think that we're making fun of them. So then I'm gonna start.
He keeps saying that word, and I know
midgets. The guys go, well, what we need to do is make them think they're one of us. And they go, one of us, one of us. And I think that's the thing with coaching, call it recruiting, is it's that way. They talk about acquiring players, getting rid of players, just like that. And the whole thing underneath all that is they make them think they're one of us. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I don't know, do you have to do that to win? That sucks. Yeah.
How drunk was he during
there's
this?
a scene.
So I would have been in the back, and as a media person, I would have raised my hand up, and I would have said, follow-up question, Coach. How high are you right now?
How high are you right now?
And because what he's talking about is a scene in Wolf of Wall Street where they get some little people, and they're basically throwing darts with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they can throw really well. They're made to throw. And you're like, you can bring them in. Don't look them directly in the eye. like stuff like this. If you ever, Wolf of Wall Street is a must watch if you're watching Rolling on the Field, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. And so at the end, they're like, well, we just make them think they're one of us. Google, gobble, one of us. We accept you, one of us. Kind of like we did that for Rolling on the Field. We accept you. But anyway, that's kind of where he's going. I don't understand where he was going with the reference at all. So to me, it might alienate some recruits.
Yeah.
Make them think you're one of us. But he did use a term that you cannot use anymore.
Yes.
I don't know. Somewhere in the back there was a.
What is the appropriate term?
Little person.
Little person?
So somewhere in the back there was a PR person going.
Right? Like they're clenching.
They're like, oh my God, Dave, what are you doing right now?
You had such a good career.
It was kind of funny. And the first thing I thought is like, because I was like, is he slurring a little bit?
Yeah.
Is he?
That's why I said, because when I heard it the first time when you sent it, I was like, man, is he drunk?
Is he lost in the sauce? I don't know. I did what we always talk about Sark at Texas.
Yeah.
When he was at Washington, he was on it probably 50% of the time, especially at press conferences and not at Washington, at SC. When he was at SC, apparently it was so stressful that he was on it most of the time. Yeah. And just kind of remind me of that. And I mean, at a university like Baylor, who was a religious based.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah. Baylor, kind of
religion.
Not really. They're not. They're more medical than anything.
Well, I mean,
but yeah,
you got people getting arrested from TCU all the time.
Oh, yeah,
And that
TCU
has Christian in the name. So
TCU is probably one of the biggest party schools in America.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
Dave, I don't know what he was thinking. That could not have helped recruit.
And in respect, if I had to coach SC, I would probably be lost in the sauce a little bit too.
Yeah. That's that LA thing, man. We were talking about earlier. Who was we talking about? Man? Oh, Luca.
Luca.
You get to LA and things change for you. It's different.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love Dave Aranda. He's a good defensive mind, really. But lay off the Wolf of Wall Street references.
I know, right?
People are going to ask if you're on Quaaludes or something. Okay, let's move in our BS and before we close it out. This is our second BS segment.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what are you listening to. What do you listen to, John?
That should never be a question anymore for y'all because I'm going to shameless plug here. I'm listening to Satsuma Radio.
Satsuma.
By the way, if y'all didn't know, we launched our own radio station for Satsuma Valley Studios. It is called Satsuma Radio. I'm not going to tell y'all how to get to it right now because tonight it might change because we're getting off the trial and we're going full into it. So I think instead of having to download the Live 365 app, you can actually download Satsuma Radio directly from the App Store. So
we're going to play everything from Averitt Brothers to Cypress Hill to Danzig to
absolutely
to Youngblood.
Yeah. In fact, I messaged my brother a couple nights ago. I was like, hey, what Travis Scott song should I put on here? Because he's a Travis Scott fan.
I do like Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Also like what is the guy dang it, I can't remember now, but anyway. I like Childish Gambino. I like who sings Red Rum?
Oh, that's
Love that song.
yeah.
Love that song. There's some decent rap out there right now. Kind of takes you back to when we were kids and stuff. Getting away from that mumble stuff, kind of, sort of. 21 Savage. 21 Savage, who sings Red Rum.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some good stuff out there, and it's all going to be on Satsuma Valley Radio.
So check your news feeds in the next upcoming days for that to break it out. We're gonna get it out there, and also here's the other cool thing about it: you'll be able to listen to Silsby Live and Ruling on the Field and all of the other shows, etc. You'll be able to listen to all these shows on Satsuma Radio. Isn't that cool? And we're starting up a morning show called Good Morning Southeast Texas, and that'll be live every morning on Satsuma Radio. So just check it out. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a good thing.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm listening to.
What are you listening to?
Okay. And this is just a funny story.
Okay.
I found out there's two versions of a song called Soul on Fire.
Okay.
Okay. You probably know one of them. You probably don't know the other one I'm talking about.
I know the third day version.
So I type in Soul on Fire. I'm looking for the Danzig version.
I can see where this is going.
Okay. And so it does play Danzig for me.
Yeah.
But then it immediately plays the third day version after. And I realized, wait a second, what is it playing this third day song? And I was like, oh, it's called Soul on Fire too.
Yeah.
That's two different spectrums.
I've actually sang that song before. The third day version.
The third day version. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, the Danzig version is would probably be kind of fun to sing too.
Yeah.
It's not anything like super bad or anything. It's just
it is the opposite ends of the spectrum.
it's very opposite ends of the spectrum. But I listened to them both. Jason's talking
coming out with the threats.
Jason's talking smack already.
You made me put my pen down, sir.
Yeah. He's in the fantasy. He's
Yeah.
a recent addition to Fantasy League, and he thinks that
Check your email.
he's going to. Well, obviously he checked it. If he,
I guess.
he's talking about.
I don't know.
But he obviously thinks that he is going to win our Fantasy League.
I guess so.
And that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? There's a lot of fantasy football to be played,
There is.
and I mean you don't know right now. You don't know even who you're going to draft. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
What are you watching?
Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
And I think
so. Okay, I didn't get to see all of it. I just got to see because Mom and Dad were actually watching it.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore was good. It was done so well, I think, with the amount. Okay, so
Thanks, brother.
they did the right amount of callbacks to the previous, and then they also had so many cameos.
How many cameos were there? They counted them, didn't they, Paul?
I think there was
80
like
something.
Yeah. And so, and not even just the star power and cameos. Okay, so you have in the when they go to the dinner, the with the gold jackets, you have Jack Nicholas, and Fred Couples, and amongst others, that signed on to do this movie because, and then not to mention the young golfers,
right?
Like what's the one who got arrested? Scheffler. Okay, so they do a bit with Scotty Scheffler getting arrested that is hilarious in there. Because famously Scotty Scheffler got arrested going to a golf tournament, and they do this little bit in there that is just, it hits. It's perfect.
So, because I'm super nerd on wrestling, did you know that there were 2 wrestlers in that movie? They played pretty decent roles.
No.
So one was his son, the guy with kind of the curly,
the bigger guy. Yeah.
So that's they call him Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He's on AEW, his MJF.
Okay.
And then the redhead who's on the mean team, the girl, that is Becky Lynch.
Okay.
In WWE. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. It's a really good movie, and I think it's set records for Netflix at this point.
Yeah. Which it's Adam Sandler.
But he's done other movies for Netflix, but this one everybody just seemed to be hyped for.
Oh yeah.
And it was appointment TV when it come out.
And I think you stop and realize how much of Happy Gilmore, the original, was a part of everybody's life. Like, you could have watched any other movie, but everybody watched that movie. Yeah.
When you first watched Happy Gilmore, the original, you were like, okay, this is a really fun movie.
Yeah.
But then you realize with the amount of cameos and the amount of real life golfers and real life golf legends that wanted to be in this movie, it's
John.
It's amazing, that they wanted to be a part of this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
Said he enjoyed it.
Yep. We enjoyed it too.
It was great.
Watch it as a crew. Do you have anything to throw the flag on?
Not really.
I don't really either, although I did watch a video of, and this is not local, but we can all relate. Did watch a video of Councilman Corey Crenshaw in Beaumont.
Yeah.
Just tearing down TxDOT.
Yeah.
For their what they're doing in Beaumont stuff. And let me tell you, if you've ever dealt with TxDOT, they are a very hard organization to deal with.
Yes, they are.
Just the amount of hoops you have to go through.
And they don't need to be.
No, it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
It's a very, very, it's not poorly run. It's well run.
Yes.
But there's so much red tape and so much just like unneeded bureaucracy.
Yeah. And can I say that if I personally am going to tear your road up for the next century, I'm going to be the nicest person you've ever met. Like, as a company, like, I am sorry that we're tearing your road up for the next century, it seems like.
Yeah.
But here's all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but
somebody made a good point on a post when they posted that out about Corey Crenshaw just kind of tearing them down.
Yeah.
Said, look, if you drive I-10 in different states going east along the Gulf Coast, you understand that maybe TxDOT doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Because you don't run into the same problems. I mean, not that there's not construction, but you don't run into the same problems that you do with TxDOT.
Right.
But anyway, Jason asked favorite part. I think my favorite part it's probably the fact that you go into it thinking that Shooter's going to be a bad guy again, and he kind of does a turn.
Right.
And he's kind of on the team with Happy. I think that's my favorite part. That was a good twist, I think, that they did.
I think,
movie.
we were talking about cameos, and one of my favorite ones.
Speaking, spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't watched it, but I guess, cat's out of the bag.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was it. That was the spoiler. Okay.
Yeah.
So there was one part that I read about this. I didn't actually see it. I just read about it, and I thought it was super cool of Adam Sandler to do this. But apparently, Adam Sandler and a young man who passed away named Cameron Boyce.
Yes, he was a Disney Channel regular.
Yes.
He was
They
on.
had kind of like a father-son relationship in some ways, huh? Yeah, he was in Grown Ups.
He was in Grown Ups. He was in a show that the girls watch called Jesse.
Yes.
And then another show called Bunked.
Well, as everybody might know, unfortunately, he passed away a couple years ago. And Adam Sandler, he was on the TV, from what I understand.
Yeah, when he goes up to play at that junky golf course, to get a tee time, he was on the TV.
Yeah. And I think that was super cool. He didn't have to do that, but that was a good, honor for Cameron, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that was neat that he included him.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, Adam Sandler has a big heart for.
He does.
Like that.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we're gonna move on, and we're not gonna throw the flag on anything. We don't have anything really. I just said that about Tech Stop, but that's fine. We're gonna move on to top five. Our top five this week is early '90s wrestlers. I think that the cutoff needs to be 95.
Okay. Yeah.
So 89 to 95.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll start. I have some honorable mentions. That is the British Bulldog and the Ultimate Warrior.
British Bulldog would have been real close to the cutoff line.
Yes, real close. But I guess so. My number 5 would have to be Mr. Dusty Rhodes himself.
Okay. I got an honorable mention: Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh,
and Bret Hart. So
did you say your number 5? I didn't hear it.
My number 5 is The Undertaker with Paul Bearer.
With Paul Bearer. Okay. All right.
Days.
My number 4 is the excellence of execution, Mr. Bret Hart.
Okay. My number 4 is Hulk Hogan.
Okay. All right. Which would be my number 3. Don't get me wrong. I think he was an amazing guy, and I know in my heart and my head that he changed the wrestling game forever. But personally, he just wasn't my favorite. He was a favorite of mine, just not my favorite.
Yeah. But, and I'll say this, he was so famous by the early 90s that you barely saw him on things.
Right, yeah.
And that was back in the days where WWE didn't feature those very famous ones, but every so often.
Yeah, they were on pay-per-views.
Yes. Yeah. So you didn't see him a whole lot. You weren't going to turn on TV on Saturday when they had WWF on Saturday,
right,
and see a lot of Hulk Hogan. You were going to see matches with somebody who is a well-known, and then some dumpy guy.
Yeah,
who he's going to beat.
And it was usually some of these, especially in the dark matches, some of these guys like the Bulldog and people like that who were just coming in, who they would fight to get some crowd love.
Is there a wrestling term for the ones that you're fighting a well-known person and you're going to lose? Is there?
Yes. So a jobber.
A jobber. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a bunch of well-knowns and some jobbers.
Right.
Okay.
A jobber is just a mid-card wrestler who gets somebody over.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So number 3.
I said my number 3 was Hulk Hogan.
My number 3 is Dusty Rhodes.
Okay.
Which I just changed because you mentioned Dusty Rhodes. Changed. And I'd forgot all about Dusty Rhodes, but he was one of my favorite early.
So my number 2, and I'm going to say it, pour some out for Scott Hall, like we said, but I'm going to say it how Scott Hall used to say it. The Nacho Man. Yeah, my number 2 is the Macho Man Randy Savage, not only for his wrestling ability and his vocal performance, but his amazing Slim Jim commercials.
My number 2 is Macho Man also.
Yeah.
I was a little bit late to watch him in the Miss Elizabeth days and stuff like that. but he was still prevalent when I started watching wrestling.
Absolutely.
Always seemed like he had just snorted a line.
Yeah. Well, and he has the famous "the cream always rises to the top" promo and stuff. But I think you look at it. You look at the super geeking out the superpowers, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, and I think that those two at that time you couldn't have one without the other. I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But my number one is not only my favorite wrestler of the early 90s, but my favorite wrestler of all time. 30 years of just awesomeness, and that would be The Undertaker.
Yeah, he's in there for sure.
Yeah.
My number one is kind of a I don't know, kind of self-indulgent. I don't, and you're not gonna think, well, that's obvious that they should be on the list. It was just my favorite. This list is my favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah.
It's not necessarily what you would say is one of the better wrestlers in the early 90s, but these are my favorites. So my number one is is a tag team.
Okay.
The Rockers.
Oh yeah, Marty Jannetty.
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
They were my favorite to watch. They were so fun to watch. They were high flying in those days, and they were always it was fun to watch, and that's what I like. So Jason Mick Foley may not be in the era that we're talking about.
So he was at the end of it with the British Bulldog and people like that. But he wasn't necessarily early 90s. I will tell you this though, there's a Mandela effect about the Rockers.
Okay.
So the barbershop where Shawn Michaels supposedly super kicked Marty Jannetty through the glass, he never super kicked him.
Oh really?
Now he threw him through it, but he never super kicked him.
Okay.
And everybody remembers that he super kicked him. But
I don't know. Of course, Shawn Michaels went on to have a good solo career.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
He was also with, sometimes he tag teamed with somebody else later, I feel like. Was it a 1, 2, 3 Kid or something like that?
Well, I mean, they had the Click, and then, he was part of DX.
I'm going to pass out from the booger eater stuff. You asked John one question about wrestling, and he just goes full on booger eater for you. It just like
I'm well versed.
Like he's at a convention.
So Stone Cold, he was the first time he really got popular as a King of the Ring in '96.
Before that, Stone Cold had hair, and he was
he was in ECW and WCW. But he was a good competitor back then. Stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah, Stunning Steve Austin. Yeah. But he wasn't real. We're stopping at 95 for our purposes, and I think maybe he was a little bit after that as far as when he got famous.
Right. Yeah. 96 at the King of the Rings when he gave his, Austin 316 says I just,
Yeah.
That's when that was. And actually, did you know, real quick, that was not supposed to happen?
It wasn't?
No, he was not supposed to be there. He got in there because Triple H got in trouble.
Oh, really?
For the Click incident.
Okay. Again, booger eater stuff.
Hold on. Go ahead, caller. Hold on. Now go ahead.
Nerd, gone. I ain't got time for your worthless time in. Gone.
Is that okay?
It was Uncle Baby Billy Freeman.
I guess that's what he wanted. Yeah. Anyways, I'm done with wrestling. We'll have a wrestling show and we'll talk all about it for you people who want to talk.
You can nerd out totally on that wrestling show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Don't forget to watch next week because we're going to give out that free entry into the Rolling on Phil Fantasy League. And you can get in and you have a chance to win the prize at the end of the league.
Make sure you freshen up on your movie quotes.
Yeah, you better kind of know what the show is and know that we're going to make it hard. And it's going to be obscure. And nobody's saying you can't Google stuff.
Right.
But you're going to have a limited time to get that Google typed in and call into the show.
Absolutely.
So be on your ready. And as always, like, share, follow our page if you like our content. follow all our stuff. Follow Satsuma Valley Studios, Silsby Live, all our new stuff. Look at them boys on the Debatables on Tuesday night. They're having fun and they're doing their thing.
The new podcast, etc. Go check it out.
Yep. We'll be back next. We'll be back on Wednesday next week. I had to move it to Thursday. Justin wasn't here, so it wasn't an issue because he's always difficult.
Yeah.
So we moved it to Thursday this week. We'll be back on our normal time slot Wednesday 7:00 next week, and we'll talk about sports ball and stuff. So
good deal.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank y'all for watching. Remember what he said. Go check out all of Satsuma Valley Studios and Marble Entertainment's stuff. And we can't wait to see you back here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. And until next time, the ruling on the field
stands.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.